Hey there, Wargamers, Justin Paint here, and today, boom, we're going to check out some Battletech. I'd like to welcome you guys back to the channel. If you're new here, please alpha strike that like and subscribe button. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for tuning in to help continue to support what I do. That said, today we're going to be checking out the Battletech IInner Sphere Security Lance from the Battletech Mercenaries recent Kickstarter from Catalyst Game Labs. Now, I'm not sure when this is going to hit the general market for purchase, but if you're interested in this box set, or maybe you've got one coming from the Kickstarter, I'd like to flip it around today and get you guys a peek at what's inside. All right, guys, time for the next box here, and that's going to be the IInner Sphere Security Lance. Again, as with all these videos, I don't remember what I paid for this. I assume it was probably about 25 bucks, but that was over a year ago on the Kickstarter, and money is gone. Less worried about the price spent on these than I am about the contents. The only one I was worried about with the price was the painted ones, because we knew for sure we paid more for something that seems like the community might have felt was could have been handled better. Could have been a better product. In this case, this box, as I've been saying as well, they share box art on the back there, so nothing super fancy to show you. It'll be the same on each one you see, depending on when these go up. I don't know the order, but the box art is good. It's just all kind of the same. So we'll jump into the minis here, and we will check out the cards. So we'll pop those open, little ASMR there for you, and we will get going. So we'll sort that out. Burp, 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 and burp. So first up, Jagger Mech, coming in at 26 points, usable in all areas, 1 TMM, 8 move, 332. 8 life, AC1. So compared to my baseline mech, this guy's a little cheaper, so it's going to save you about 7 points. He is a little easier to hit, less movement, similar damage. So if you're shaving points, or you're not playing Clanners or something, this guy could do similar things, just a little easier to take out. This variant of the Jagger Mech coming at 30 points, usable in the Clan Invasion up through the Ill Clan, Team M1, 8 life, 443 for damage. 8 movement, 443 for damage, 7 life, and case. Still just easy to take out, still cheaper than the baseline, a little bit more damage. So not terrible, not a bad little heavy guy. Let's check out our unit cards here. And the thing I really like about these is I remember the Jagger Mech from old school Mech Commander. Just all those old ones were my jam. Though this does look like it's kind of like a Irby Mech that grew up and got arms. Like it's like a little trash can with arms now. Like, just like, Irby, we see you, Irby. You ain't hiding. We see you in there. So let's grab that Jaeger. Oh, Jaeger. Okay. The standard fare for cleaning mold lines, we're going to see that. No crazy cratering thus far. Sorry, I spoke too soon. This right here is irritating. That should not be that way. To clean that, you're going to lose some detail and or have to work hard to fill it. Same thing here, like why that is the injection point on top of where there should be a mold line, or not mold line, sorry, a panel line or deep recess. That seems like a really silly place to put that. Yeah, it's annoying. But the other mold line cleanups seem reasonable with what I've come to expect. The guns look good, and that guy looks pretty cool. I don't dislike that one, but it does look like you got an Irby Mech. You're hidden in here. They upsized you and hid you in there. I see you. Next up, we've got the Whitworth, coming in at 25 points, usable in all eras. Team M1, 8J, 222 for damage, 1 OV, 7 life, IF1. Compared to my baseline, a little easier to hit, a little more versatility with the J, but not as much movement. Damage is a little bit less with OV, it peaks there, and you would be saving 8 points with this one. So a little bit of a trade-off if you want to put him on the table. This one coming in at the same point cost, usable in all eras. 25, Team M1, HJ, 330, 7 life, OV1, SRM1. Yeah, for the same points, I don't understand why you would use the... Okay, I guess I see. He's got long range damage, that's why. For Alpha Strike, with the majority of people probably playing on a 4x4, this one's the one to go with that 3 damage. He still comes in 8 points cheaper than my baseline. Again, he's a little easier to hit. Versatility with the J, not as much movement, but same damage, and he can push it in similar life. That the Mad Dog may have a little bit more. But yeah, probably not too bad on that other variant. Checking out the pilot card here. And that guy. And let's grab our Whitworth here to check out, and I think that is this one. Alright, so nothing. That little spot there's going to be a little annoying to get into. Looks like something occurred right in here with the mold relative to over here, which looks fine. Something's a little janky there. Details back here feel like they get a little soft. But, you know, it's on the back, so it's not something you're seeing as much. The stuff on the front looks really nice and crisp and sharp, and that's really nice. The old lines don't look too bad. A few areas I point out obviously aren't great, but things up in here get real soft. Whereas like this looks really sharp, and you can like, you know, catch that with your side of your finger. You can feel it's going to catch a dry brush. Right here where it looks like they're supposed to be hard edges, basically, they're not so hard. They're really soft and kind of lost. So not terrible, but I wish that kind of thing wasn't something that I keep noticing on the models. Next up, we have the Scorpion, coming in at 27 points, usable in all eras, Team M2, 12 move, 221 for damage, 9 life, no OV. Based on my baseline, he is 6 points roughly cheaper, same Team M, more move, a little less damage, and maybe a little bit more life, or the same life, somewhere in there, pretty close. Not too bad. I don't hate it, I just think it's goofy looking, but I don't hate it. Coming in at, not 20 points more, 16 points more? The Scorpion C, usable in the Dark Age and Ill Clan only. Team M3, movement 16, so it's Team M goes up, movement goes up. 322 for damage, 9 life, case 2. So it's 10 points more than my baseline mech. He's got 1 more TMM, 1 less damage on average, and 4 more move. So I'd probably skip it for over the other one. The TMM stuff's nice, but you're spending more points and not getting as much damage for the same material on the table. Check out his card here. And we'll flip that over. And now let's check out the Scorpion. And I'm going to do what I did on the Goliath, because I don't think this actually needs this stand. We'll see how easy it is to get it dislodged. It's going to be a pain, ain't it? Hang on. Okay, so we've broken the peg that's right glued in there. There's really no reason for this. It doesn't support the weight. You can glue the feet down. It's fine. Okay, well, it broke at the top too. That's what we wanted. We're done. So we can glue, it's going to be funky, but we can glue the feet kind of back in here. Actually, I might need to have like a little debris or rock or something, but whatever. Oh, there we go. So you can glue the back 2 feet kind of on there, and he'll overhang, which he was going to overhang anyway. I think what they were doing is they put that peg so his feet were barely touching, so he wasn't overhanging the base so much. But I will probably come in and move these feet forward just a smidge, and then have him, actually it's still pretty close, just have him glued, and that stuff will be going over, and then maybe have this foot here, maybe catching a little bit of a rock or something like that. But it's definitely doable, not as easy as the Goliath, but this is my model, it's not being sold, so I'm going to doctor it and get it worked on. But personally, I think if you design it to where he fits better, or he's standing on debris, like the Somerset Strikers one, where you've got that bushwhacker whose foot is standing on a guy, have this guy standing on part of a dead mech or something to make him fit. I think having a clear rod jammed into the middle of your guy that's supposed to be walking and is not flying looks stupid, personally. Which is why you just heard me, I guess you didn't see it, but heard me break that off, because my mech's ain't looking dumb. It already looks goofy enough on this guy, so not doing that. But anyway, I digress. Let's check out this sports car with legs. That's what it looks like. Took a sports car, strapped a gun to it, and put legs where the tires would be, because if you pop those off and put tires on it, that would totally look like a car of some sort. Now I want to get this to convert it and put, like, literally, like, wheels right there. Put wheels. It literally, like, considering how old this was and how GW used to do stuff back in the day, I feel like somebody just took a car and made a mech out of it. That's what it looks like. Details look pretty reasonable, despite it being kind of a goofy looking guy. This looks kind of like the rockets off of the Thunderbolts housing. So yeah, looks pretty interesting, and it will look much better once I remount him onto a base without a ridiculous clear rod shooting into his abdomen that they probably could have adjusted the sculptor, the basing, to not have occurring. Finally, last but not least, we have the Vulcan coming in at 20 points, usable in all arrows, Team M2, 12J, 2104 damage, 6 life. It's coming in 13 points less than my baseline, not doing the same damage, same TMM, similar move. Actually, it's a little bit faster because that my baseline's 10 moves. This is faster, or more move and more versatility with the J, less jump. So at 20 points, not terrible. There's probably lights that could do some of what he's doing better, but he's got a little bit more life than they do. So coming in at 3 points more, usable in the clan invasion through the Ill clan. We've got the Vulcan 5M. This is Team M2, 12J, 3204 damage and 6 life. So it's marginally more, 3 points more, and you get significantly more damage out of this guy. And if you were going to run it, I think this is probably the go-to. For our cards here, go ahead and get Emma Centrella. And we got Shane Stoverston. And then finally, for our Vulcan model, I believe it is this one here. I think I got this one in Harebrained Schemes Battletech and never really used it either. This is another one of those that's got like what looks like would be some kind of flamer and didn't have flamer on the card. This is an area where we got these little dimple things that are irritating, so it needs to be cleaned. It needs to be cleaned. They're holes, so this is additive process to clean. Back feels a little soft. The shoulder here, like this one looks really pretty solid. Sorry, I'm get the camera to focus here. This one looks really, really solid, right? Nice and reasonably sharp. And then we rotate over here, and it looks much softer. It's smoothed out. Also, you're supposed to have these like what looks like little panel lines or cutouts here, wherever that's upraised. And then here you kind of get them, but it's super soft. And then you also have that dimple there, that little crater that's on a bunch of these. And there should be little like, looks like, dang it, come on camera. Looks like should be rivet holes here. And then you get that, and then right next to it is a crater that isn't supposed to be there. So that's really annoying, and that has been a constant across a lot of the minis. But that aside, at least the front side of the model looks pretty good, and I like it. Cockpit's interesting. I'm getting some, was it Big Daddy? No, it's not Big Daddy. It's Bioshock, whatever that thing's name is. I kind of get that vibe. You know what I'm talking about with a big circle head? That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. But yeah. And all in all, despite the critiques, still not bad for the price. I just hope that they continue to improve quality, sculpts and so forth. And I really wish this guy and the Goliath did not have a silly rod in them that they don't need. Just adjust the posing and give us a little greeble they're standing on. It'll just look better all in all, because these guys having a flight rod is really goofy and obscene to me. And there you have it, folks. That is my first look at the Inner Sphere Security Lance from Battletech. Hopefully you guys enjoyed and found this useful. If you're still waiting on your Kickstarter, please be patient. I hope that arrives soon. And if you've already got yours, that's awesome as well. In either case, regardless of which side of that equation you fall on, if you've got any thoughts, concerns, critiques, anything at all about the channel, the products here, Battletech, Kickstarter, anything, get in the comments below and let's get that conversation started. That said, though, folks, that's all I've got for you today. If you want to help support the channel, check the description down below. All the relevant links to fuel the channel and help us continue making content moving forward can be found there. On that note, it's time for me to go. As always, keep painting your models, keep rolling your dice, and I'll catch you guys next time. If you made it this far, you're probably a viewer that already hits that like button when you see a video come up. You're probably already a subscriber, and you probably jump into the comments down below to help support the channel, to help support that algorithm. But if you're looking for some other ways to help support the channel too, make sure you check the description down below. Maybe you want to pick up some paints from Monument Hobbies. That's my paint of choice. The Pro Acrylic line is chef's kiss, good stuff. Maybe you want to check out some of the offerings from Death Designs, where I work in my day job. We got plenty of 3D printed products, as well as MDF terrain, some of the stuff that I have designed myself and we play with here on the channel. And if you're looking to bolster your Battletech ranks, miniatures, and offerings, make sure you check out Bobby from Fortress Miniatures and Games. He's one of the main supporters of the channel as well, and supporting any of these companies helps support what I do and helps to ensure that I can continue to bring content to all of you. If you want to become a super supporter, I highly recommend you guys check out the Patreon. You guys get that extra little edge to help push more content out, and I really do appreciate that. And my ultimate goal on the channel is to continue to be able to not only put out the content we have now, but to get to a point where you can put out more content later, whether that be battle reports or painting tutorials or just more rambles, anything at all. I'd like to be doing more content for you. This is something that I enjoy. I like being able to cast a light into the darkness to bring a little bit of hobby positivity to all of you and make you feel good, and also enjoy playing games myself. As we do the final sign off here, though, I do want to go ahead and switch on over and do the scroll of awesome to showcase all the Patreon supporters, the super supporters of the channel, to give them some recognition for helping support what I do. Thank you guys so much, and I will catch you guys next time.